Hello, how's it going? Tainro here, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft 1.14 Let's Play. Survival, that is. So, the last episode, I put all these guys together, a little trading hall with our villagers, and I told you I'd come back after a little bit and see if I can get it all sorted out. And, well, for the most part, I did. I've got a couple of questions that I'm not exactly sure why some things are happening. They're loud. I did a little bit of cleanup, disregard that, as far as the villagers, so, yeah, we're just gonna go on with that. So, what I've noticed is that all of the villagers that are in here, there's one villager per profession block, and they all have a profession. Every one of them has a profession, right? So it's weird though, because if I lock them inside, they lose their profession. I'm not sure why that is, but as soon as I let them free, well, these guys want to come all the way out over here. As soon as I let them free, they all gain their profession back. So this guy's a fisherman, he belongs by his barrel. I don't understand that. I really don't get it. But, bottom line is, it works. All I gotta do is find the one I want. For example, one diamond, or one emerald for a couple redstone, some flesh for another emerald. Can go over here, get some 6 emeralds for some bookshelves. You know, they all have fully functioning trades, which is great. I love that. I just kind of wish I could have them in here. Any suggestions for how to make that work, I'd be more than happy to find out if you'd leave them down below. I also turned a little off switch down here for this, so I did not, because I do not need any more villagers right now, so I went ahead and made a manual turn off switch, which you can see I've got one baby villager there, but we don't need him, so I blocked him off because I don't want that down here. So sort of got a fully functioning, well, I'm not gonna say fully, we have a functioning trading hall. Everybody's free, they just need to be in their little stores. That's the only downside to this, is that they're not in their little stores. See, all these guys too, they've all got their things going. Oh, this guy's not happy with me. He's one of the originals. Yeah, him either. Ooh, but rabbit, chicken, that's not gonna be hard. Not after what's gonna be going on this week. Okay, you guys gotta get out of my way, I gotta get out of here. Nice, okay. Okay. Anyway, so, oh, it's dark. I've got some plans for today. We're gonna make some things happen today. Oh, okay, not that. That's not what I had in mind. Hold on. Hang on a second. No, thank you. Okay. Da-da-da-da. You still chasing me? Yeah, you are. It's not fair, though. You're better at climbing than I am. Come on. Come get me. You still coming after me? There you go. Hey, there's 2 of you. You brought your friends. Alright. So, today, we're going to do more work with the farm. And you'll see what I mean with that in a minute. You know, I just realized that that's sitting on top of a cave, so that might cause some problems. But we'll see what happens in just a second. Let me gather a few materials that I know I'm going to need. And then I'll cut right back to where we will begin. I'm so close. Okay, that took a little while. Cool, so we've got those. We've got those. You know what I'm going to do with these? Boom, boom. Yes, that's necessary. That's absolutely necessary. And boom. So that should be everything I need for this build. If it's not, well, I'm gonna have to come back here, but I don't really want to do that, so I want to wait for this guy to go away before I leave. See, this is why I suggested having 2 doors on your house or a storage place, because now I can get over here and he's just hanging out, creeping over there. Alright, anyway, so let's go ahead and make our way over to the farm area. I am today going to be building, as I'm sure you see in the thumbnail and the title, it's going to be a sheep farm, a wool farm. So I'm gonna build this one underground. I do want to have majority of my bigger farms to be underground. The only thing I'm thinking with this one is that big cave area under here. So let's check out what we're dealing with. Maybe I can make it just a little bit, I don't know, not less underground, but let's see. What is this level at? The highest level. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. No, thank you. Leave me alone. That'd be great. Oh, bunch of you. Okay, hold on. Let me take care of these without dying. That'd be a real shame if I died fighting off these. Okay, so the lowest level is 76. So 76 is where I don't want to be. Let's see. What is the top level at? 86. Okay, so I've got 10 blocks. So if I put it like directly underneath the surface, that should work. I'd like it to be pretty far under the surface, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna work. So let me think. This is also a pretty high up area, so maybe I'll make it just underground right over here. I might do that. Maybe I'll do it like that, and then I'll bring my wheat to just lure them down. It'll be a lot easier to get them down than it will be to up. Or than it was to get them up anyway. And that way I can just build it straight down here, exactly what I need. And we'll call that good. Yeah, so let me do that. We'll go from right here after I eat. Okay. We'll go 3 wide, because that's how this is gonna go. And I'll build a little entryway door thing up here probably when I'm finished. Alright, so I've got my little tunnel dug down. I'm gonna do this in sort of a tutorial kind of a sense. And first step is always bring a chest whenever you go to create a new area, because it just makes things so much easier whenever you're going around and, you know, especially digging stuff out like I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and design this one for underground. If you want to build this one above ground, if you want to just follow my instructions and do that same thing above ground, it'll work just the same. Don't need any kind of skylight, don't need any access to the air or anything like that. The only thing you're going to need that is different underground versus above ground is access to grass blocks. That is incredibly important for this build. Make sure you have access to grass blocks. You either get a silk touch pickaxe or be able to make a tunnel of grass all the way down to your area, which in my case it'll be pretty simple because I'm not too far down. So build where you want to be. If you want to dig it underground like I'm doing here, you're going to need to build it 16 deep, at least 16 deep from wherever you start. Deep meaning, when I say deep, I mean from front to back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to build it probably I'm going to probably go about 20 deep just so that I have a little bit of extra room to deal with, and I'll show you why in just a second. But let me go ahead and dig that out and I'll be right back. Okay, so then you'll have this. Now 16 is all you'll need to do this same design. I'm going to do 17 just to give myself a little bit more room. And now the next thing you want to do is skip this first section, and every other block, you're going to dig out to a 1x2 hole. Now this space is going to be what the sheep is going to be, well, living in, I guess. So the reason I'm going to do 17 is so that I have one extra block right here. If you do 16, you'll just end off right here, and that is totally fine. I just want to have a little bit more space because I like to have a little bit more room whenever I'm doing these kind of builds to be able to walk around. Same kind of thing as far as if you do not want to make it as wide as I did here, that's totally fine. It's just to have a little bit extra room to walk around. Totally up to you, that's all personal preference. And then what you want to do is dig out one block right there. So you're going to dig one underneath of each one. And good. And so if you guessed it, you are probably right. You're going to put a dispenser in each one of those holes. Just like this. And beyond that, you can probably tell what's going to be going on is we're going to be throwing in a set of shears. Oh, it's getting dark. A set of shears into each one of those dispensers, because that is going to be what we use to shear our sheep automatically, so we don't have to come by and use a set of shears. Now if you don't want to do this, if this is too much iron for you, which it is a good little bit, 16 shears by 2 iron each, so that is 32 pieces of iron. Now I got a good chunk of iron from my ocean exploration, but if this is too much for you to use, that's totally fine. You can just ignore the dispensers, because that's a lot of string also. You can just ignore the dispensers and just set it up like this without any of the redstone, and it'll work just fine for you. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out, I'm going to go ahead and get some grass growing down here. Let me get some of my dirt out here. Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead, oops, actually I want that. Get just a little trail of dirt going down. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in my area all with dirt. So everything in here is gonna be grass at the end. I think that's gonna look just a lot nicer. I think I wanna have that as my preferred way of doing this. So after you get that piece set up, you're gonna wanna set up your redstone trails. That is, if you're gonna be doing this through redstone, obviously. And so I'm gonna do mine. I'm just gonna go ahead and dig right into here, into the side. And so you wanna make sure that you're going far enough back so that you don't cut into this line. You want to be touching the dispenser, so you want to be 1, 2, 3 blocks deep, and the fourth one is where you'll dig. So 3, 4, and if I did this right, then you should see that dispenser popping up right there. Perfect. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to dig one more behind. Sorry, this is so dark. There we go. So one more behind, just so that it's a little bit deeper. Again, I like to have more room to work. I find it's a lot easier to do these projects and to navigate, troubleshoot, and do all those things when you have just a little bit more space to actually deal with. So, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that on both sides, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so when you have that done on both sides, you should have 2 channels that look just like this, and you'll be all good. So, go ahead and grab the redstone. I've already got that with me. Perfect. And you're going to have to find the center one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And the center one is going to be right in here. So I'm going to dig right in between these. Okay, that was a little bit too far. My bad. Let's see. So that's going to be... Yes, just like that. Okay, perfect. So you're going to go... So what I meant to say is just dig out one above the centerpiece and put that block right down here. So then you're going to put the redstone on top and actually get rid of these torches, because you're going to have that blocking off any kind of redstone signal. Okay, so you have that. You're going to bring that redstone out and down and into the dispenser, and do that all the way down to the end and down to the end right there. So this side is all wired up. Yes, that is it. It's that simple. So I'm not going to worry about putting doors here. You could just put a door right here for easy access if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and close this off because I don't have any need to get back in there at any time. That's not going to do me any good. I will, though, go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I'll go over this one more time. Find the center one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the center block right here. Dig that top one out. Put the block, I'm going to keep it dirt to keep it consistent, right down at the bottom, and right there, and right there. So, you'll have your redstone coming out of there, going down, into the dispenser, in, and finally, in. So we're almost done with this build. That's just about it. That's most of everything. Now I'm not going to do the next part until I do have my sheep with me. So let me go, oh, actually, finishing off the redstone, you want to find that center block again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, put it right on top, and then directly on the opposite side, right on top. I like buttons better because it sends out one pulse. Zone button will be a little bit faster, but this will work just fine. You can test it out. All of these should have a pair of shears in them. You can test it out by just clicking it a quick press, and everything should go off. Don't worry, it's not going to use your shears unless there's actually sheep there. And it looks like we're functioning. Everything's got everything working. So let me go grab some wheat, because what we're going to do actually is get a couple of pieces of something to put there, and I'm going to put my torch there like I did in the last one. Consistency. Okay, so this is our whole thing. We can go ahead and light it up a little bit nicer if we want to do that. And make it a little bit prettier. A couple little things just for design's sake, that way we can get rid of this. I'm going to keep these torches here just until this grass grows, but you can get rid of these torches once the grass grows in. See, it's starting to make its way down. And so what you're going to do is you're going to put a sheep inside of here and then close it off with that. That's it. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to show you an example of at least a couple of sheep, getting them down here. I'm going to just kind of block them all in with this piece. So I'm going to go grab a fence gate and some wheat and bring this sheep on down. Okay, so I've got my sheep down here. All you got to do for this, again, it's super simple. Get the wheat out of your hand so they're not trying to follow you everywhere. And then just push them in to whatever their nearest little area is. So this guy's going to go that way. Perfect. Block him off right there. He's not getting back out. That's done. You're going to push him in right there. He's not getting back out. He's done. He likes that one. He can have it. Now I'm going to hold on to these two because I do want to breed these up a little bit. And just go ahead and start making more from in here. That way I can leave some up top. Hey, little dude. Do you grow faster if I do this? Or am I just wasting all my wheat on you? Whatever. So, I'm going to go ahead and grow up my sheep in here and fill them all in here. But, just to show you that this does work, little proof of concept with this. Again, you have the sheep where you want them. Press the button and huzzah. And that guy got sheared even though. Perfect. That's awesome. And so what'll happen is even if the wool's in the back corner like that, you can see with the fence post being right there, you still have full access to get in there and picking it up. So you just go up against the corner, and it's yours. So now, oh, I forgot to mention in the beginning, the only reason I made it to be this size is so I can have one of every single color, which is what I want to be doing. I'll probably end up breeding a couple different sheep of each color at some point in time, but for now it's going to be one sheep of every color. That's why you want it to be 16 different spaces for them, because there's 16 different colors. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things off right here. Oh, I lost my helmet. I got damaged enough and lost my helmet. It's almost time for some new armor. Cool, we'll do that later. But for now, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon for the next coming video. Hit that box on the left to see the last video, and hit the box on the right to see the playlist from the beginning. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.